break it out to maybe 5 times 4. 20 is 5 times 4. And what I can get out is actually the 5 here. Right, this is my 5. So let me just bring this 5 out. And what's left behind would then be 5. Then this will just be x y cubed minus 4 x squared times y. Okay. After which we need to look at what could we bring out, and very quickly we can bring out an x out. So once you bring out, just remember that this x squared here is x multiplied by x. So I'm just going to replace this x multiplied by x so that I could safely bring this out, x and x out. Okay, so bringing the x out would then be 5x y cubed minus 4xy. Great. After which, what we could do is to factorize the y out. All right, so the y, similarly this y here, just y would just be y multiplied by y multiplied by y. So bring up a y out. That would be y and y here. So this case here, once we get it, it will be 5xy y squared minus 4x. Okay, so this is it. I think this would then be this would be all right. Okay, this is how you factorize the expression here. So any question or comments, please do let us know. Keep practicing. I'll see you in the next question. So let's look at this question here, which is on simplifying the following expressions. Let's do it one by one. So I'm going to do the first part, A first. So A would be 2/5m squared minus 4 over 4 minus 20m plus 25m squared. Right. So the question now is, how do we actually simplify this? Just remember that factorized form is always the more superior form than the expanded form. This is the expanded form, so we try and factorize it and see what we'll get. So 25, this would be 5m squared. If you would just do this is 5 squared, so m squared, so this is 5m squared. If you were to just expand it out, this is 4, so it is 2 squared. So right out of that, I know this is a squared minus b squared, so I could use the formula later. Whereas for the denominator, we try and see how we can factorize it. That would be actually, I'm doing side quest here. So this part here, this is 25m squared minus 20m plus 4. So this is 25m squared here. This is 4 and this is negative 20m. Right? So what we're going to do is actually just break this to 5m and 5m. We'll see whether we'll get the answer here. And now we need a 20. So meaning to say this is 2 and 2. So this would be cross multiplied. This is 10m and 10m as well. So 5m times 2 will be 10m. But because it's negative, we need a negative here. So this 2 will just be negative. Right? So this case here, for the denominator, if we do it properly, what we'll get is 5m minus 2 squared. Alright. After which the top part will be 2m plus 2 a squared minus a minus b times a plus b. Okay, so there you go. So this case here, I'm going to use the formula a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b multiply a minus b. Alright, this case here, what we'll get is actually just cancel this out. So I'm just gonna slowly cancel this and this, right? Cancel one out, and this would then be, so simplifying it would just be 5m plus 2, 5m minus 2. Okay, so this is how you do the first part. I think that's pretty okay. Let's look at the second part. So you have 4a. This second part here, what we have is 4a. 4a minus 5b squared, 15ab minus 12a squared. So this case here, what we're going to do is actually just factorize it out. So this would be 4a minus 5b. I'm going to factorize the the denominator. So I'm gonna just, you see this is 3 times 5, so I'm gonna factorize the 3 out first. So AB minus 4a squared. So obviously I could, same thing, factorize the a out. So I'm gonna factorize the a out. This case here, what we get is actually just 3a, b minus 4a. So this is 4a. Oh, sorry, I factorize the 3 out to be a 5 here. So this is a 5. So this is 4a minus 5b. Okay. Now this is an interesting one because this is 4a minus 5b. This is 5b minus 4a. So meaning to say, in order for me to make this a positive number, you factorize the negative out. So by factoring the negative out, just be very, very careful. Factorize the negative 1 out. This will be 4 plus 4a. Then the minus b, 5b will just be negative. So negative. So when you take negative out, this will be negative. This will be positive. There you go. This is 4a minus 5b squared. So similarly, this could be cancelled away. So when you cancel this away, this would just be the answer there, which is actually this is 4a minus 5b minus 3a. Okay, this is how you simplify it. So obviously you could take the negative out. So this is negative 4a minus 5b if you want 3a, and this will be 5b minus 4a over 3a. Okay, yeah, that's how you do this question here proficiently. Let's look at part C. So for part C, it's a pretty interesting one. Part C, what we have is 5x squared minus 45. So C, 5x squared minus 45y squared over x squared plus 3xy. Okay, so what we're going to do here is just expand this properly. So this part here will be 5x squared. So this is 5x squared, and that would be, oh no, sorry, factorize the 5 out, 5, bring out the 5. So this is x squared minus 9, and I'm going to factorize the x out, so it is x plus 3y. Okay, just bring out one x. So for the top part, this is pretty straightforward. This part here would be 5, and this would be x squared minus 3y squared. This is x plus 3y. So this case here, 5, okay, 5, this is 5. That will be x minus 3y, x plus 3y, a squared minus b squared, so x plus 3y. Now there you go. When you simplify, always try and factorize, because once you factorize, you'll be able to see what is what the number is made out of. So 5x minus 3y over x. Okay, so that's how we do this part here, how we simplify this here proficiently. So any question or comments, please do let us know. Keep practicing, and I will see you in the next question.